Hello friends, today I'm going to share a video to explain the basics of wind turbine. Most of us are so curious that like to know about how the wind turbine works and even how it is going to produce an electricity which is just like a fan. Okay, now let's see the technologies involved in wind turbines. We have two technologies. The first one is onshore technology, the second is offshore technology. So the main difference between the offshore and the onshore technology is that onshore turbines are installed on land and the offshore turbines are installed at sea. And apart from this, the main difference is the technology as well. So each like onshore and the offshore technology as well differs. Let's discuss about the parts of wind turbine. So first, the blades. Here you can see it will comprise of three blades which are 120 degree apart from each other. This is hub, this portion is hub, and this is a generator where which is applicable in onshore and offshore technology, and the gearbox which is dedicated for onshore most of the time, and this is a nacelle. So this is a tower, this is a tower foundation, and monopiles. So monopiles are used especially in offshore turbines because like we are going to install the turbines at sea and the seabed is bit like a certain depth, and just to install the turbine on the top of that, so we need a monopile to withstand the entire load. And the tower foundation, so this is the tower foundation which is specifically for onshore as we are going to install on the land. And the transition piece, so maybe in the model I am going to show you the transition piece which is for offshore as well. So after the monopile, the transition piece, and then this tower is going to be raised. So in wind turbine technology, so air is the main component. So when the air breezes on the blade, so the blade will start rotating. So in turn the blades are connected to the hub. When the blades start rotating, it is going to rotate the hub as well. So when the hub starts rotating, so the mechanical rotation, the motion will get transferred to the generator or the gearbox. In onshore technology, and in offshore technology it is a generator. So once the rotation starts, so the motion will get transferred to the gearbox, and from the gearbox, so there is a technique called a gear ratio where to increase the speed of the rotation, because whatever the rotation of this rotor is just not sufficient to generate an electricity. So whatever the rotation of this rotor to make it more, so the gear ratio is used on the gearbox. So the gearbox is connected to the generator where the generator is made up of like a windings, the copper windings, so which is going to produce an electricity with this mechanical motion. And whatever the electricity produced, it is going to transfer to the transformer, and from the transformer through the bottom of the turbine through a cables, HV cables, and then from through the HV cables, though this is going to get connected to the substation. So from substation, the electricity is transferred to the main grid, and like we have a main grid, and apart from this like a subgrid, and those so on. So the electricity whatever produced, so to substation and to the main grid, so to the main grid and substation, and to each and every home the electricity is transmitted. And a group of wind turbines is called a wind farm, where these wind farms are operated by a government companies or a private energy companies. So where they are going to monitor the power and whatever the power developed during that duration. So all this information will be handled by the company which is going to hold the wind farms. And here is a miniature model of the wind turbine. So as you can see, as I earlier explained, so three blades 120 degree apart from each other, and this is hub, and this is a generator, and this is called nacelle, this is the towers, And this is tower foundation, and this is a transition piece, especially like required in offshore technology. So when the air gushes here, so it is going to rotate and produce a mechanical rotation, which is get transferred to the generator or to the gearbox, and then to the transformers, and then down the line through the towers, and then to the substation, and to the main grid, and to the individual homes. I hope this information has provided you not the great extent, at least like to the some extent, so to understand about the basics of a wind turbine. So if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.